I've been locked up inside my room for 2 days now, and I would sincerely apologize to whatever happens after I tell you this story. I think a proper introduction is in order to keep you all up to speed. I am a college student studying computer science and specializing in software and technology. For our final, our machine learning professor tasked us to create any bot that would analyze any dataset and deliver an output. He specifically said to be creative in development, giving us examples like making it watch Netflix, or something else, like what a cool professor would suggest. Being that I was an avid fan of horror, I saw this as an opportunity to create something fun, so I went online and spread a survey to collect my dataset. I asked for people to submit me horror stories from all over the internet, the ones that would frighten them the most. I put in my personal pics as well. I have lots saved on Reddit. I received an overwhelming response. Many of my colleagues contributed too. After a week, I saw the submissions counting around 506 unique stories. I was really happy since usually the most tedious part with projects like these is the data. Development aside, the process is pretty straightforward. I put in the CSV file containing the stories submitted, and the bot outputs a text file containing its written story. I had an added feature to where I could input how many words the produced story will be. So I made my first ever request. File storybank.csv. Input number of words to write 10. The bot gave me a text file after 20 seconds named sample story. A pale man entered my house that night. I scratched my head after opening the text file. The reason I wanted to start out with 10 is so I can properly check if it produces the output I wanted. Frustrated that I could only count 8 words, I tried to run it again. File storybank.csv. Input number of words to write 15. Sample story 1.text. The floor creaked, and outside the door a tall smiling man knocked 3 times. Again, the program gave me a file that was 2 words short. I was about to close the text file when my eyes noticed the word count below, 15. I opened the first text file and checked the word count as well. It says 10. I was frustrated and confused at the same time, thinking if maybe it just was a lack of sleep that was making me miscount the number of words. I went online like a dumbass for not trusting myself to properly check how many words the simple sentence had. I copied the text file and transferred it to an online counter. It counted 10. I ran the bot to make me a story with 20 words. It gave me 18. I asked for a story with 100 words. It gave me 98. It was always 2 words short, but the word counters would always tell me it was complete. I ran another test to break my program. File storybank.csv. Input number of words to write 0. The bot produced a text file, and it was empty. The word count, however, said there was 2 words inside the file. There were always 2 words I couldn't see. While I was focused on the program, I started to hear random shuffling behind me. Must be some mice, I kept telling myself. I would sometimes also feel like someone's staring at me, watching me work. I kept finding myself looking behind me. During those moments, I'd take a deep breath and continue programming. I checked the algorithm for days, recoded everything, but the output was still the same. That's when I gave up on the code and checked if it had something to do with the stories that were sent to me. I ran through every story file. All had pretty generic horror titles, like The House at the Left, Giant Spider Nightmare, but there was always one file that caught my attention. It was OEE3 Guy. I opened the file and it was blank. I deleted it and tried to rerun my bot again. It gave me the same result, 2 words short. When I checked my story database, there it was again, the file name, 0EE3 Guy. I checked my survey on who submitted it, but it doesn't have a name on it. I kept deleting the file over and over again, and it would still pop up. I was starting to get nervous. I was an avid horror fan, yes, but I've never been the one to believe in ghosts, so I brushed it off, thinking that some sicko must have sent me a damn virus. Eventually, I gave up. Blamed it on faulty codes, or maybe I just needed a new PC. Then it happened. It was the middle of the night and I was sleeping inside my bedroom when something woke me up. It was the clacking sound of my own keyboard. When I opened my eyes, the room was lit up with fluorescent blue. I got up and saw my computer was turned on. The clacking stopped. My heart was pounding, looking at every dark corner like a scared rat. I picked up the courage to walk towards my computer and check what's on the screen. The program was running. File storybank.csv. Input number of words to write 8. Then Chris Santiago eventually opened it. My heart dropped after seeing my name. Every hair on my body stood up and my eyes couldn't believe what was happening. I ran to my closet and grabbed a jacket. I needed to get out. My hand was already on the doorknob when it came. Knock. 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 3 knocks just outside my bedroom door. I slowly walked backwards when it did it again. The creaking noise from the wood floor behind the door sent jolts of electricity to my body. I started becoming dizzy and got drenched in cold sweat. Knock. 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 I thought I was going crazy. I grabbed a bat under my bed and sat in a corner, waiting for whoever it was to go away. But he kept knocking and knocking. My fear is eating up my sanity. I tried to call for help, but it wouldn't send. I tried to break the windows, but it's like it isn't made of glass anymore. But for some reason, whatever is keeping me inside this room is allowing me to send this story here. Until now, he's there. I know he is. He never stops knocking, and I'm frightened. But I'm also tired. The program ran one last time before it completely stopped working. File storybank.csv. Input number of words to write. -2. I opened it. Whatever this thing is, whatever dark entity I let inside my system, doesn't want me to just type it. So I'm sorry. I guess I just have to copy and paste it here for you to read it. Again, I'm not sure how it works, but I sincerely apologize to whatever will happen after you read this story. The file contained 2 words. No more, no less. The words were, "You're next."